Hi everyone. Today I'm going to be responding to comments that were left under the video last week where I talked about whether a believer should celebrate Halloween. So let's get going on that. Welcome to my channel. I'm really glad that you have come along today to watch this video. I am super happy you're here. Before I get started, I want to show you that I've got some new merchandise. This is Jesus is My Life, and that is my channel name. I also have this shirt. You've seen this on me before. This is a long sleeve hoodie like what I'm wearing. Jesus is everything. And then this is one I just designed as well. This is Yeshua, name above all names. This is a shirt without a hoodie on it. And of course, it comes in all kinds of different things that you can get with these sayings on them. So I just wanted to show you that to begin with. I will link the shop down below for you. Okay, let's get going on the comments. So I had 567 views so far on that video last week, and which is shocking because my channel is so small. I would have to say that probably over half of the comments were of a negative nature, but you might be surprised at what I'm going to say. I want to thank you for those comments. I really do, because number one, I knew that my video was really making Satan angry, because if I were not making Satan angry, then these comments would have never even been said underneath that video. So I was like, praise the Lord and hallelujah. Oh yeah, I'm making the devil really mad. So that was bringing me all kinds of joy. It really truly was. And I had good comments as well, and thank you for those as well. I appreciate the good comments that you're standing behind what I was trying to say in that video. I did make one mistake in that video, and I did go in and I put an apology and I pinned it to the top of the comments so that if you went to the comment section, you could see that I was correcting my mistake. So all of that being said, I just want to talk about some of the comments that came through, because it caused me to go do research and to find out if these comments were true or not. So I picked 5 because these were the ones that more than one person said or commented the same comment. So a few people really were on me for even being in a Dollar Tree store, stating that Dollar Tree is demonic and owned by the devil. So I thought, well, let's find out. So I went to, the University of Google, and I looked up Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree is individually owned by shareholders. There is no entity that is like a big conglomerate behind Dollar Tree that owns Dollar Tree. It is individual shareholders. Now, every single one of those shareholders could be believers. I don't know. Every one of those shareholders could be non-believers. I don't know. But it is not owned by the devil. It is owned by individual people like you and me. So I'm going to add to this. I also looked up Target, because a lot of you shop at Target. A lot of believers shop at Target. And the people that were making the comment about Dollar Tree being owned by the devil, I don't know if you're a believer or not. I have no idea what your affiliation is with the Lord. But if you shop at Target, you might want to reconsider shopping at Target as a believer. Target is owned by investment corporations, one of those being Vanguard and one of those being BlackRock. And then it also has individual stockholders like Dollar Tree does. Well, Vanguard is evil. They are backing evil agendas, the alphabet soup community and other things like that are totally against God. So if you're walking into a Target and you are buying something at a Target, you might want to reevaluate shopping there. I don't shop there. I will never shop there because of this. But also, there's no Target anywhere near me to walk into anyway. But now, knowing what I do know about what their agenda is, I will not shop at a Target. Okay? So let's go see. Now, the next one that came across, and it was by more than one person, they got on me for wearing makeup and that it's not godly. So I went and I looked that up. Let's find out if it's godly or not, or if I'm sinning by wearing makeup. Let's go back up here. I'm getting an ocular migraine, but I'm not going to let that stop me from doing this, even though I'm only going to be able to see half of things at this point. Okay. Wearing makeup being non-biblical. The Bible does not explicitly prohibit wearing makeup. There are no verses that condemn makeup as inherently sinful. It is not to become an idol if wearing makeup becomes more important than showing our inner beauty. I know there are a couple of verses in Philippians and Ephesians, I think, that talk about wearing makeup, but it's not a sin to wear makeup. It's a sin if you're using it as an idol type of situation. So in my case, the day I was in the store, I had on exactly what I have on now. I had on mascara, I had on eyebrow pencil, blush, and a little bit of concealer because I've got really dark spots on my skin that show up really well on camera. And I want to look presentable, but I am not selling myself as alluring or anything like that wearing makeup. I have no eyelashes at the age of 70, so I like to put mascara on so that my eyelashes show up. I only have half an eyebrow on my eyebrows, so I put eyebrow pencil on so that it looks like I have a full eyebrow. Am I being vain? No, I don't believe I am. I am not trying to draw attention to me by putting on something that makes me look like I have a full eyebrow. And the blush is just to give color to my cheeks, and the concealer is to remove the dark spots on my face. I see many, 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 many Christian women wear makeup on YouTube and out in the world. So that's my answer to whether I should be wearing makeup or not. I can't believe I'm getting this ocular migraine right now. It's Satan trying to attack me because he really doesn't want me doing this video. Okay, so my basis of making the video was, of course, should believers celebrate Halloween? And I think many people in the comments missed that part of it and were coming at me with, well, it's fun and it's this and it's that and, blah, 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 blah. But one person in particular said, I have been a Christian my whole life, a lover of Christ my whole life, and I will not give up Halloween. So that was their stand. So what I'm going to talk about now is, should a Christian participate in the holiday? And here's my answer. Since Halloween celebrates witches, ghosts, ghouls, and those kinds of things, here's what the Bible has to say about this kind of thing. In Deuteronomy 18, verses 10 and 11, and this is talking about practices that they were doing and that it is an abomination to the Lord. Let no one be found among you who consigns a son or daughter to be sacrificed to the fire. A diviner, a sorcerer, one who casts spells, or one who consults ghosts or familiar spirits. I'm sorry, I can't hardly see. Or one who inquires of the dead. 1 Samuel 28:3 verses through 25, it said in the reference I looked up. Saul's encounter with the witch of Endor, who summoned the spirit of Samuel, demonstrates the biblical I can't say this word. It's prohibiting against seeking guidance from the dead. Okay. Deuteronomy 18 verses 10 through 14 lists various forms of divination, sorcery, and communication with the dead as abomination practices. 2 Chronicles 33:6 describes the king Manasseh's use of enchantments, witchcraft, and familiar spirits, while Isaiah 8:19 warns against seeking guidance from mediums and wizards. Final Judgment, Revelation 22:15, lists sorcerers among those excluded from heaven, emphasizing the eternal consequences of engaging in witchcraft and divination. So you might be saying that doesn't have anything to do with Halloween. It actually has everything to do with Halloween. If you think that when you put a costume on your child, you're just doing a cutesy costume or something like that, like a princess costume or a mermaid costume or a Disney costume or any of those kinds of things, you are opening the door to the demonic to come in and take over your child. Halloween, which I'm going to go to next because somebody questioned the origins of Halloween. I want to get that next and then I'll explain what I'm going to say. Another comment that I was given was the origins of Halloween, that it was pagan or something. I think that's what it was. And group, I apologize for this, but I literally can only see half of everything. But I'm not going to let Satan stop me from doing this video. Origins of Halloween. Halloween dates back to the ancient Celtic festival Samhain, celebrated around 2,000 years ago. They dressed in costumes known as guising, and that is in quotes, like disguising, okay? In Scotland, to frighten away supernatural beings and souls of the dead. So that's the exact opposite of what Halloween has turned into. The Christian influence later tried to change it over to All Hallows Eve. It is not a pagan holiday. Satan has turned it into a celebration of the dead. And Satan worshipers use this night to perform their human sacrifices and other demonic practices, casting spells, conjuring up evil spirits to do harm to those around them and who do not believe as they do. I'm going to link several videos in the description below that are way bigger channels than me. One of them used to be a Satanist, and he no longer is. He is now a Christian. And I'm going to link a video below that where he talks about Halloween, and maybe a couple other videos below that address this subject matter. I'm just a little nobody on the planet, okay? And you may look at me and think your opinion doesn't mean anything. And maybe it doesn't, but I am going to be linking videos down below that know a heck of a lot more than I do about why, as believers, we should not be celebrating Halloween. There should be no Halloween in your church, no wearing of costumes, nothing to do with Halloween in your church. And I know that there are many, many, many churches that do this. They celebrate this evil holiday every single year. That's my opinion. Churches should not be doing this. Okay, let's go back up to see. Okay, so I took care of all that. And then I had a person bring up, well, if you shouldn't celebrate Halloween, then you shouldn't celebrate Christmas and you shouldn't celebrate any of these other holidays. And Easter, I mean, they mentioned a whole bunch of them. And then they talked about Hanukkah and how it's pagan and it has to do with the winter solstice. And I was like, no, I know for a fact that that's a lie. So I'm going to address that now. Well, I can't see anything. It's crazy. Yeah, I was fine until I started this video. See, this is Satan will do anything and everything to try to stop people from spreading the good news or proving that he's a big fat liar, 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 pants on fire. Okay, origins of Hanukkah. I am going to mispronounce a whole bunch of words, so you're going to have to just give me grace on this one. And the fact that I can't see. Hanukkah commemorates the rededication of the temple in Jerusalem during the Maccabean revolt against the Seleucid Empire in the 2nd century BCE. See, there's a book called the Book of Enoch that has lots and lots and lots of information in that book. But for some reason, Enoch was not canonized, so it's not part of the Holy Bible. And this is where people miss out on what Hanukkah really is because it's talked about a lot in the Book of Enoch. Okay, where was I? In 167 BCE, Antiochus V Epiphanes, the Seleucid king, outlawed Jewish practices and desecrated the temple by erecting a statue of Zeus and sacrificing pigs on the altar. This is a complete abomination of the Lord in the temple. Zeus was a fake god, and there are lots of fake gods in the world. A group of Jewish rebels led by Matthias and his 5 sons, the Maccabees, resisted the occupation, the Seleucid occupation, and fought for the right to practice Judaism, which you do know that Jesus was a Jew, right? And that the Jews are his chosen people. I want to sneeze. I'll be back. After several battles, the Maccabees defeated the Seleucids army and reclaimed the temple in Jerusalem. When they entered the temple, they found a single jar of sacred oil that had been left untouched by the Seleucids. The oil was only enough for one day, but miraculously it lasted for 8 days, allowing the Maccabees to prepare new oil and rededicate the temple. So this has nothing to do with the winter solstice, and it definitely doesn't have anything to do with being a pagan holiday. Hate to burst your bubble, person who left that comment. So those are what I found out about looking up the truth about all of these subject matters. So Dollar Tree is not owned by the devil. Wearing makeup is not a sin. I'm not going to lose my salvation because I put some mascara on my face. I'm not going to lose my salvation for standing in a Dollar Tree. I'm definitely not going to lose my salvation for telling y'all that you shouldn't practice Halloween. And Jesus celebrated Hanukkah. It was in the New Testament. I am grateful to you who left these comments. I was called a silly goose. I was told by one that the only evil thing in the video was me. That one really cracked me up. I thought that was hysterical because you see, I have Christ living in me, and I love every single one of you, no matter how evil or nasty or wicked you want to be to me in comments. It doesn't affect me the way you wanted it to. And all it did was just edify me and make me know that what I'm doing is what the Lord wants me to do. And that what I'm doing is totally ticking off the devil. Yay! I'm so glad it is. So that's my video. Thank you for watching today. I really appreciate you being here. I'm sure that some of you are surprised at how I addressed the hateful comments. I didn't see them as hateful. I see them as desperate. I really do. I see them as desperate. I see them as people that are hurting and need the Lord. And, if something I am saying gets your dander up that much, you need to really look inside yourself and wonder why. Why would something I'm saying bother you that much? Because what I was saying got to you. It got to you. And why did it get to you? It got to you because you are being convicted. The Lord is convicting you. And what does that mean? The Lord is telling you that what you're doing is wrong, and you know it by celebrating this disgusting, evil, wicked holiday that Satan likes to take and twist and turn. Satan is a mimic. He knows the word. He knows everything that goes on the world because he's the ruler of the world. And he knows what God is trying to do to get us to go to heaven and to be in that family. And Satan will do anything and everything to try to keep you out of heaven. I don't want you in hell. I don't want one person to be in hell. It's a horrific, horrible, awful place. I have written a book. It's called You're Dead, Now What? And I will link it below. I will leave a picture up here showing you what the cover looks like because you do not want to be in hell. I don't want you in hell. I don't want you living a miserable life on the earth. I don't want you as a human being to strike out and hurt other people because you're hurting. When you get on your keyboard and you type these things, or you get on your phone and you punch out these words of hatred towards others, it's only hurting you. It's only affecting you because I'm not taking the hatred that you're throwing at me in the way that you want me to take it. What I see is a hurting individual that needs the Lord. And so I invite you. I'm inviting you right now to come and get to know Jesus. He's taken my whole entire life and completely turned it upside down in the best way possible. The best way possible. 7 years ago, if I would have read comments like what were left under that video, you would have gotten to me. You would have hurt me. You would have stabbed me right in my heart. Oh, baby. Oh. Not now. Not now. And I want you to have a life like that. I want you to have a life that's full of joy, full of peace, that you don't want to strike out and hurt other people. Because people are going in and reading these comments, and what are they seeing? They're seeing your character. And your character in these comments looks very juvenile. It looks very ugly. And I don't want you to look that way. I don't want your character to look ugly. I don't want what comes out of your mouth to be juvenile. You know, the tongue is the most evil thing in our body. It's the smallest member and it is the most wicked member in our body. And you take your tongue and transfer that to your fingers now become, they're tiny, but they can be the most wicked thing on your body when you are typing out hatred towards others. So really, truly, think about what you're doing before you do it. If you're wanting to hurt somebody else, ask yourself, why? Why does this person bother me so much? Why is what this person said bothering me? Why do I want to reach out and just tear them apart for what they're doing? Really think about it the next time before you decide that you're going to rip somebody a new one just because they have an opinion that does not agree with you. In your life, you're going to run across many, many, many people that don't agree with you. It's just a fact of life. And if you, every time you don't agree with somebody, you attack them verbally, through your fingers, it isn't hurting the person you're attacking. It's only hurting you and leading you to hell, where I don't want you to be. And then if you do die before you get saved and you wind up there, you will know full well that I told you in ahead of time that it's a horrible, wicked, horrific place. And you're going to remember that I said that to you in hell. I don't want you there. I really, truly don't. I want you to go to heaven where it's beautiful and you're with the Lord and you don't have any hatred towards anybody or anything. It's all love and peace and joy. That's what I want for you. So thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I love you all, every one of you, every single one. Thank you. And I will see you in the next video.